of this war in Ukraine, and I think our common objective clearly is to build peace, and a solid and long-standing peace.
The sharp contrast between U.S. President Donald Trump and French President Emmanuel Macron's stances on Ukraine revealed a rift between the two continents over Trump's request for a speedy ceasefire agreement with Russia. Throughout a day of discussions, Trump and Macron demonstrated a cordial relationship built on years of positive relations. However, as they commemorated 3 years since Russia's 2022 invasion of Ukraine, Macron made it clear that he disagreed with Trump on a number of important subjects. After labeling Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskiy a tyrant last week, Trump declined to name Russian President Vladimir Putin a dictator. Trump faltered on the issue last week, but Macron stated that it was obvious that Russia is the aggressor in the crisis.
And this is the responsibility of Russia, because the aggressor is Russia.
President Vladimir Putin violated the peace, according to Macron and Trump during a joint news conference.
President Putin violated this peace.
Trump stated that he was working to set up a truce between Russia and Ukraine, and that he wanted one as soon as feasible. Once an agreement is struck, he suggested, he could travel to Moscow to have a meet with Putin.
Mr. President, are you thinking of going to Moscow soon, maybe in May for the 9th of May for the anniversary?
I mean, not soon, but I would be certainly, if this all gets settled out.
France's Macron, meanwhile, advocated for a more methodical strategy that would begin with a truce and progress to a peace agreement that includes security guarantees. Earlier, after turning to Trump at the White House, Macron told reporters, "We want peace. He wants peace. We want peace speedily, but we don't want a weak agreement." As he put it, any peace pact needs to be assessed, checked, and verified. However, when a peace agreement is finally struck, the two leaders did agree on the positioning of European peacekeeping personnel. The front lines would not be where they would be. There would be no dispute with them, according to Macron in the Oval Office. Macron went on to say, they, peacekeeping forces, would be there to ensure that the peace is respected. Trump stated that he and Putin both agree with the idea. Trump stated, "Yeah, he will accept that," in reference to Putin's stance on a peacekeeping force. "I expressly posed that query to him, and he doesn't mind at all," according to Trump.
For Macron on the frozen
It's going to be something we're talking about.
Will you convince Vladimir Putin to accept the European troops as peacekeeper, would you think?
Yeah, he will accept that.
He will accept
I've
it?
asked him that question.
You talked to me?
I've asked him that question.
Is France going to lift the block on the
Because
300
he's
billion?
not, look, if we do this deal, he's not looking for more war. He doesn't mind, but I've specifically asked him that question. He has no problem with it.
Macron referred to his meetings with Trump as a turning point in the push for a more cohesive strategy. Macron is trying to capitalize on a relationship with Trump built during their first presidential terms. At one point during their Oval Office meeting, Macron touched Trump's arm and carefully corrected the U.S. president's claim that Europe had delivered all of its aid as loans. Macron is the first European leader to visit Trump since he reclaimed power a month ago.